So I've concluded that I won't be playing this game anymore. It's too much wahala. It's too much headache. Maybe I'm one of those creatures who don't like games that are too challenging. I don't mind challenges in any game. Challenges to fight a boss, to use particular skills, or platforming in a game, or doing puzzles, fine. I remember I paid full price for this game in the past when it first came out. My brother was talking to me recently, like last week, I think, because we were watching Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which is shit, by the way.
Damn, son.
Well, I'll be talking about that later. And he was asking me how come I never played this game, and I said I did, but he doesn't remember me giving it good reviews and playing it again since it's free on PlayStation Plus. I'm now remembering why. Can you believe I bought this game full price and I didn't finish this game? I did not finish this game even after paying full price for it. That's disappointing. Now there are thousands of people who played this game and loved it. I'm not one of those people. I find that anytime I'm playing games, traversing your world with the character is very, very important to me, especially when it comes to a game that happens to have puzzles and platforming. God of War didn't have that much annoyances. You know, one or two issues here and there where you're trying to figure out a puzzle and sometimes you leave it, but not every puzzle is mandatory in the game unless you want to unlock a particular aspect of a weapon or something. But aside from that, it's like, yeah, you can always come back to that when you've upgraded your character. Whereas this one, falling off maps, swinging from one rope to another, trying to latch onto a rope in time, I don't know why I'm not synchronizing with this game. And this is the second time I'm playing this game, even though I chose not to play it the first time. I did not finish the game. And when I say I did not finish, it doesn't mean I was close to the end and I thought, nah. I was practically like, the first four or three chapters? And I chose not to, and I'm literally repeating that same cycle again. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn was more challenging than this, but it didn't have annoying traversal issues. It didn't have annoying puzzle issues. You just had to get your game up when it came to fighting the dinosaurs and the different creatures and whatnot. You know, that was the rewarding part. Knowing what weapons to use, what, you know, tactics to use, staying in cover, hiding in the bushes if I kill a target. You know, those things were fun, very enjoyable experiences. Whereas this one, I'm constantly frowning and angry that, oh, I bet if I jump off this ledge, I'm gonna fall off. When you're trying to jump up to a ledge, it doesn't let you jump up to the ledge. You know what? Fuck it, man. I'm not gonna sit here and make a whole rant about this dead game. Some games are not just made for me, man. My review for this game, I wish it was as good as Star Wars Force Unleashed. That game was epic. I remember some challenges when it came to fighting the characters, but I just, traversal is just, like I said, important to me. I don't know where I'm going half the time. Yes, I have to read the objectives and check the map, but no, not every game does that. Some games just say, hey, go from here to there, go from there to here. This is your checkpoints and whatnot. If you save your game at a different checkpoint and you miss your next checkpoint, I don't know how to put it. You can save your game at a particular checkpoint, but if you've forgotten where you're going and there's no headway, there's no clear indication or hint, this is your map, go to this direction. And the map, I've seen some other people complain about it online. I thought I was the only one. I thought I was the only one who couldn't read it, maybe because of my dyslexia, or I googled it and realized people are also complaining about the map. It is bad. It is bad. I'm tired of some people thinking they're quirky and cool and snazzy when they do a different version of a simple thing that's worked in other games. Keep it simple. Always keep the basics simple. Your navigation around the world, simple. Your mapping system, simple. Your indication from point A to B to C, simple. Your checkpoint and save points, simple. This is not an open world where it kind of is, but it's not open world like Horizon Zero Dawn where you can fast travel to different parts of the world and pick your location where you want to fight or do challenges or farming or grinding or mining for different tools and gadgets to make a new weapon. All the little boxes that show up here and there is all cosmetic. There's no new weapons. There's no different sabers. You can't really strafe per se like a smooth oh my god. And they recently announced a sequel for this game, and I'm thinking to myself, unless I see a gameplay and a demo, I need a demo to be downloaded, then I can think about buying the game again, or the second one. But if there's no demo or playable demo or a very extensive breakdown of a gameplay footage, lightsaber, character traversal, how the character moves around the world, there's no point. And that's one thing I've noticed about myself since ever any console has come out. I've never been the one to buy every game that's been released on the console, because I have a particular style and taste for particular games. I wouldn't just play any game. Car games, Burnout was the best car game I've ever played. Mortal Kombat co-op as well. The recent Mortal Kombat, not so much when it comes to the fighting games. So certain games I've even stopped playing. Soul Calibur, they nerfed it for me. Just my personal opinion, I thought, nah, I'm not really playing that anymore. I want to play games that I will enjoy. Games on top of my list that I've always played over and over again, especially when they release new sequels. God of War, Devil May Cry, Ratchet and Clank. They recently released Horizon, or previously released Horizon Zero Dawn. That was a beautiful playthrough, especially when they released New Game Plus. If games like Devil May Cry, God of War, as epic as they are, never release New Game Plus, I wouldn't even be fussed, because you're paying £50, £60 for one playthrough. I don't understand why companies don't think New Game Plus is important. When I finish the game, I want to play through it again. As epic as it is, I want to have that same experience, but with new weapons, new skills, new challenges. Ratchet and Clank was one of the first games to ever do that. Once you finish the game, you can go back right to the start. You can start a New Game Plus with every weapon you've attained in your first playthrough. And when you play the New Game Plus, it allows you to upgrade your weapon to another level. You can get like silver version, gold version, titanium version, and more powerful versions of those guns. But aside from that, the enemies become stronger as well, so they don't take the same damage they used to, so they become more challenging. That's the first game that I played and I thought, wow, if every game as epic as God of War, Metal Gear Solid adopted a New Game Plus, taking your current save to the best of your, like if your character is like maxed out 50 and the highest level is 100, but you can only reach 50 at the end of the game, you can start a New Game Plus and take your 50 level character with the weapons you've already attained, even if they're not fully upgraded. But best believe that when you're fighting the new enemies, the enemies in your New Game Plus, they'll be slightly tougher than they were in your first playthrough. That's beautiful. And give gamers a challenge mode, where you go into arena and fight, challenge survival mode, a survival horde of 10 stormtroopers, or 10 inquisitors, or 10 bosses, and 10, in fact, throw in the 10 bosses, 10 inquisitors. I know they recently released that for this game, Jedi Fallen Order, as a is it update, as a patch or DLC, I'm not sure. But I'm saying, as the game releases, that should be priority. These three things should be priority. The game fully completed, no half-ass nonsense. Second, New Game Plus option, or announce that that's going to be coming in 3 months time after game release. So that way people who like me love these kind of options, I'm looking forward to buying the games. I say, I'll wait till they release a New Game Plus. Same thing with Ghost of Tsushima. Love that game, despite them not having a New Game Plus. I thought I'd wait around for a while. I was even going to take it back. Then they announced they're going to do a New Game Plus, and then they surprised us with an online mode, which I didn't really mind. That was awesome. No one asked for it, but they surprised us, and a lot of the other players who loved the game played that. I played the online mode for a while too. It was cool, but it's not what I know it's capable of being, especially in a samurai world like that. I'm the kind of gamer who knows the kind of games that I love and enjoy playing. Not this stupid nonsense where you're dying 4 times, and each time you're dying, you're only dying because you're not even you missed a jump. You jumped and you timed the jump at the right time, but the controls are so loose and so soft and wavy. You're falling off the edge, you're sliding off the map. The game mechanics not allowing you to grab onto a rope that's so thin you can barely see it. It's not lit well. Then you have to move your character in this particular direction, rather than them having the space algorithm code or whatever, that when you make this jump, latch onto the next ledge, and they're not giving the character double jumps. What is that? Almost every game that's an adventure game has double jump. It's like the standard of all these adventure games. Even Crash Bandicoot has double jump. Ratchet and Clank, double jump. Devil May Cry, where you have to upgrade, even that one is stupid. You have to upgrade it as well, or buy it to be a double jump. Fucking hell, man. I think Sekiro too has double jump. That's another awesome game, but that game was too challenging for me, and that one I'll bow out. I will gladly bow out of Sekiro and say that was too challenging for me. Same thing with Soulsborne, or the Souls game, or whatever they call Bloodborne or Blood Souls. Those games are far too those games would give me headaches. That means I'll be losing more hair. Nah. And Star Wars Fallen Jedi is not even close to those kind of big name games. Those are big boy games. Those are big boy games. You have to sit well, strategize, plan your gear right, your weapon right. Especially when you're playing with co-op, you gotta play with competent people with that game. Nah, as tough as that game is, I haven't even bought that game or played it. I've seen other people play it and lose their shit. And I'm playing this basic, half-assed, as simple as it should be, but they've made it so complicated. Yeah, my rant is over, man. Definitely gonna be uploading this on YouTube. Oh, I was so looking forward to playing this again. I thought, okay, it's gonna be on the PS3. PS3, that's how tired I am. It's gonna be on the PS5, better graphics, maybe move a little faster, upgraded speed or movement. Instead, sat here moaning about the same thing I moaned the first time I played it. I've never ever bought a Star Wars game and taken it back. Never. My standard motto for any game that I buy when it comes to adventure games or third-person action games like Prince of Persia, I always make sure two things: New Game Plus and the relationship between the character and the world when it comes to traversing around the world, climbing, dodging, taking cover, and even any other shoot 'em up games like Division, Uncharted. If the characters are sluggish when I move them around, it literally puts me off, because some people don't understand. When people play games, and the signal is coming from our head, our brain, to our hands, and then to the controller. When there's a lag, certain people like me notice that lag. It's an irritating lag. Even though it's like 1 second or 2 seconds or split second lag, it's very, very annoying, because I know I'm pushing this particular button. The character should be doing what I'm commanding the character to do with this button. But because of the programming, it's not that it's a bad relationship with the controller, in my opinion, because I don't want anyone to start giving me, technically you're incorrect on this part. That's your problem. I'm talking about the experience I'm having with this game. So where people like to do all this get good, you're a noob, at this point I'll call myself a noob for this game, because it's shit, and I'll gladly call myself a noob for this game. I don't like it. I don't like it. The combat, it's a little struggle sometimes. I think I have to take off the lock-on mode so I can literally aim on the right character. I want to do the force push. You do a force push by mistake and the force bar is gone. I'm like, what? That's the one thing you want to make. In fact, the two things, but the one thing you want to make fun, because the lightsaber is that doesn't lose power. So you want to make the combat feel so good that you forget to use the force. But when you're using the force, you want to have a good enough ratio, force pull and force push. Or even he's doing the freezing stuff, you want to be able to at least do that multiple times. I miss the good old days where there were cheats when you finish a game. When you beat the game on hard mode or extra hard mode, you get cheats, unlimited health, unlimited force. Star Wars Force Unleashed had that. I remember I used to have fun with that. I would just rinse out the characters over and over. I could be wrong, but I remember playing it thinking, yo, when I get maximum force push and pull, I'm going to tear these guys apart. You're supposed to have fun with these games. I'm not saying don't make it challenging. Anything to do with Star Wars when it comes to the Jedi series, traversal, character interaction with the world, combat, and force, everything has to be perfect, otherwise don't bother. And I personally feel you don't need multiple puzzles in a Jedi game. I don't think it makes sense. Going from point A to B, find this and retrieve this, there's nothing wrong with that. Travel to this planet, that's fine. But a puzzle where I have to use, like I said, I used YouTube previously. There was one of the levels I was playing, I recorded that one. I don't know if I'll upload that one. I had to pause the game and check on YouTube how to solve a puzzle that gave me no hints. I did not turn off the hints in the option mode. I didn't go to option and say, yeah, I don't want the hints, I want to use my brain power. There was no indication saying go here, travel here, use this, like try and use that or try and move. Nothing. And those things, again, for me personally, take me out of the game, because my brain is already thinking ahead. Okay, if I'm struggling with this one map that some people will call, oh, it was easy, and I didn't buy this game to play it like other people. I bought this game to play it the way I play it, and to play the way the game has been designed for me to experience the game. Meaning, if I'm playing for a particular time period and I'm stuck on a particular level, people like me who have those kind of experiences will be deciding right there and then, how much can I put up with this in other levels? If this one level has this kind of issue with traversing the map, missing jumps, and trying to figure out a puzzle, then there's this self dialogue I'd have with myself. Maybe I'm not sharp enough in my brain, or maybe I'm missing something. Then I'm overthinking. This is level 3, for example. If I'm overthinking in level 3 and the game has 55 levels, do I want to repeat the same overthinking or go through the same experience over and over again with other levels that have different puzzles, different challenges that I may not be able to catch on? I don't need to start testing my IQ for a game that should just run smooth from point A to B. Almost every game has some hiccups here and there, but not so long that I'm spending 15 minutes on a puzzle that should be made clear. Move this here, bend this here, block this here. There you go, unlock your thing. Now move on to the next level. If you want to get back to your spaceship, here's the quicker route. Or unlock shortcuts to get from point A to B so that I don't go round on the map. I went round one particular level for like 40 minutes, back and forth, thinking I must have missed something here. Moving my camera here, climb here, move this rock, move one stone so far off the map, it disappeared. So yeah, this is my sad but true review of Star Wars Fallen Jedi on the PS5, or released on the PS4 originally. Visually stunning. Graphics, yeah, it's expected that graphics on PS4, PS5 is on point, otherwise why are you making the game? So kudos to the company, or kudos to EA, and kudos to the team, kudos to all these developers, but yo, they're human beings as well, so I don't know what kind of wickedness is in these people's minds, because I'm not the only one, thankfully, who's complaining about certain traversals and certain bugs that have plagued the game, and certain bugs that aren't fixed, that can't be fixed, certain issues that I thought I was the only one complaining about. Nah, I'm sorry, man. So there you have it. There's my review of this annoying game. Imagine being stuck on a puzzle for so long in the third or fourth level, and my brain is saying, my guy, if you're struggling here, imagine the next challenges are coming for every other level. I imagine every level has some traversal nonsense, and falling 4 times, 5 times, for me, it takes me out of the game, because I'm dreading the experience. I don't even have any more confidence, like, yeah, I'm going to make the jump this time. I'm going to make the jump. No. If I'm fighting a boss, where did I fail the first time? What moves didn't I use? What move was I spamming? How long do I need to count his moves? He's going to hit me 3 times and I'll block. Then I'm going to go at him. He's going to hit me twice and jump, and hit me twice again from the back and jump, and then block. So I'm studying my boss's moves. But when it comes to traversal, I have to change the sensitivity of my controller. All that is nonsense, man. When you release a game, I should be able to pick it up, learn the controls, move straight forward. Not sit down and go, what am I supposed to be doing here? Let me read the thing again. There's no voices, there's no nothing. You're supposed to be left here and you'll figure it out on your own. Maybe my IQ is at the same level of others who love this game. I hate this game. Hate it. I appreciated the Star Wars experience, but nah, I'm done. It's a shame. I really wanted to play this game all the way to the end and enjoy it. But now, sadly, I cannot. At least I still got my God of War. Oh, and I gotta get what's it called now? Metal Gear Solid as well. Sucks, man. Really sucks. Oh well. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. I didn't even introduce myself in the beginning of this video. I have been your one and only host, the Cosmic Jedi, signing out.